chat about Napoli, Inter, Milan. Napoli coming off that loss to Madrid. Inter, the come-from-behind draw versus Benfica in Champions League, where they were 3 goals down and fought their way back into it. We didn't really get a chance to chat about that performance, but what does that look?
It was a good result.
That was a great game.
No, but
6 goals.
I didn't mean. It wasn't because of you. I think editorially it was fair because the game didn't matter.
You're on thin ice.
Yes. No, it wasn't towards you. It was more towards
Nico,
the
back
reason.
in the sin bin.
Put him back in. Nico's not impressed.
Inter played with their B squad the whole game, and Benfica have lost 4 out of 4. They couldn't make top 2. This group is essentially over. That's why we didn't talk about it. I think editorially, like you were right in saying, hey, we didn't talk about this.
We didn't.
Because it really didn't matter. And Inter showed that even with their B team and a couple of substitutions here and there, they could fight back from a 3-0 deficit against Benfica, and they're going to be fresh for this game on Sunday against Napoli.
Okay.
I didn't mean it to you. It was more to just the statement of we didn't talk.
Nico, you've been here,
all over the place.
Unimpressed at the fires of.
He's back. Sin bin. Put him away. Timer's on.
Where is Nico?
Nico's gone. All right, guys, this is better. All right, Darren. Okay, despite what Nico said, when you're able to come back from a 3-goal deficit, for me, I look at a team like Inter and I think, well, that's a championship team. When you're able to kind of fight your way back into a match like that.
To Nico's credit, their B team still fighting their way back.
Thank you.
I mean, come on. 6-goal game, I loved it. I think it was a really good match. And for them to come back down 3-0 is a huge testament. I would be nervous if I was Napoli coming into this match with the starters being fully rested and that on their shoulders that they, it was a tie. I think they should have won that game, honestly, going down 3-0. But, I would be really nervous if I was Napoli. But Inter Milan going in, full squad, everyone's 100%. No one's needed. They've gotten full rest. No one needs to sit out. It's going to be a good match.
Yeah, we talked about the difficulty to be able to find rest for your players in such a congested schedule. I think, that's been kind of the theme in the last few years. So many competitions, so many games. Where can you find rest? How do you not burn out your first choice 11? And to be able to play midweek, get rest. We talked about it with Arsenal the other day. It's an ace in your back pocket if you can go into a fixture at the weekend with pretty much your first choice 11 rested, going on the road against Napoli, who you don't really know how they're going to come out with the new manager. I think Inter keeps their top spot. They get 3 points here, in my opinion.
Are they the scudetto favorites for you?
Yes.
Inter?
Yeah.
Darian? Yeah.
They're very well. They're a complete team. They're a very well built team.
Okay.
They're very complete. They're deep. We saw it. And then on the other hand, specifically for this game, I'm not convinced yet from Walter Mazzarri.
Well, he's had what?
2 games.
2 games.
But it was they won against Atalanta.
It's not a huge sample size.
Sure, but they were through 90 minutes. It wasn't great.
They're also playing Real Madrid.
Yeah.
Yeah. It seems
they were up. Game management. They conceded right afterwards. I don't know. I don't know what to make of the jury's still out. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying it's good.
Well, there's just been so much. There's been so much. I feel like unrest around Napoli. With Spalletti gone, and then they bring in Rudy Garcia, and then they let go of him, and they bring in another manager, and they've lost some players in the.
It's like, how do you find consistency?
Exactly. It feels like it's been they haven't leveled out yet. It's just been a lot of turmoil within Napoli. And do you think that there's enough time for them to kind of steady the ship?
I do think that there's enough time for them to steady the ship, but when you're looking at this weekend's fixture, I don't think that they get it done because
this is not the time to steady the ship.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think that it comes steady this weekend because when you're talking about football and competing at the highest levels, all of your focus needs to be able to be driven into what's most important. That's having good culture within your locker room, having good culture within your organization, and having your players, your whole technical staff free of all outside noise to be able to put all of that into what you're paid to do. And with Napoli, it just seems like there's so much outside noise to be competing against Inter on the weekend.
Yeah.
At home against Inter, then to Juve, and then in a must-win Champions League game against Braga, you can get knocked out of the Champions League in that game. It's a gauntlet in this 2 weeks.
So Walter's gonna be tested.
I'll make my judgment at the end of December 12th.
There you go. Okay,
Judge
that's fair.
based off of where you stand in your results.
Totally fair. All right.
Napoli, Inter Milan, 2 p.m. Eastern on Sunday on Paramount Plus. We're going to take a